It's going to ruin everything. So, welcome back to the Greywolfz podcast. Hello to Sean the Gamer in Swifty's chat. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Sorry I didn't say hello earlier. I kind of scratched my head over these
Greywolfz,
cameras.
the best community in the world. I know, right?
It is. It
We
is.
try, guys.
We demand a TeamSpeak. Yeah. TeamSpeak's not the same because you can't use cameras. But,
Yeah.
so
I would like to set up one eventually, but it would probably be more driven towards like I kind of want to do a throwback since it's October and it's supposed to be like creepy, with Halloween and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing a throwback to Diablo 1 and Diablo 2.
Nice.
I haven't played them in a while. I don't know if I can set up any kind of maybe I had the wheel before. That was kind of fun to do.
Yeah.
So I figured maybe I'd have everybody come in and we could all do
The Wheel of Misfortune.
the wheel of misfortune. Yeah, Also, another idea I had was since I was messing around with the back a while ago, I messed with my chroma key on my OBS for my green screen, and you can actually make yourself look like a ghost or some kind of demonic weirdo. I mean, like you can black out your eyes or make your face kind of green.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about messing with that instead of going out and buying a costume or putting on, makeup because that's a pain in the ass. But I figured maybe I'd do something like that just to kind of give it an eerie, Halloween feeling.
Yeah.
So.
I've already already done a makeover on my stream for Halloween.
Yeah.
For half of it anyway. Hey, Dirty Saint, welcome to the podcast, buddy. Good to have you. Thank you for the follow as well.
Hey, welcome, buddy.
Muchas gracias. Very much appreciated. So what we're going to talk about this week, guys, because it's going to be a shorter podcast this week. We started well late, and I've had a very, very long, crazy day today. Double birthday day today for family members. So, yeah, 2 parties and a meal and some tabletop games. No problem, guys. Okay, buddy. Thanks. Stick around, and we hope you enjoy the podcast. We've got myself, Waynescraft. I stream Hearthstone. At the moment, I'm streaming Aftermath because it's Halloween month, and I wanted to do something a bit different. And I also stream Quiplash and other games as well. Above me, we've got Swifty86, who's also a streamer. If you'd like to introduce your channel.
Name's Swifty86. I play a lot of stuff. I started out with Hearthstone and Diablo, and then worked my way up into a bunch of other games. So I guess I'm what you'd call a multi-streamer. Pretty much whatever I feel like playing. Currently, I'm playing Armored Warfare. Been playing a little bit of WildStar, a little bit of Aftermath. A lot more Hearthstone actually than I used to. I think I'm kind of starting to like the Hearthstone again. So,
Yeah.
But I also take requests as well. So if anybody has any games they really want me to play, let me know, and I will give them a go.
Cool.
And then on the very, very bottom, we have David. What's up, David?
Hello, David.
That's all you need to know about me. Just zilch.
Just David. So yeah, cool. I guess the podcast is running a little bit later today than normal. Wayne unfortunately got did you get poisoned or infected?
Yeah,
You got
Infected. Zombie infection. Yeah.
So yes, that was not
so
very
lucky.
good. Does that drain your health over time, or?
Well, no, you're infected over time. Once it gets to 100%, that's it. You die. So.
So there's no cure.
No. Well, there is. You have to make it, but I kept making cures, but it didn't work. It's not guaranteed to work.
Oh.
So it kept taking the infection rate down, but it didn't cure me fully. So in the end, it was.
Thank you, Dirty Saint, for the
in the end,
follow.
it was game over. Oops, Daisy, wrong button.
Yeah.
So yeah, Armored. You've been playing Armored Warfare, which it does look good fun, but I don't think I'd be any good at a game like that.
I like it because it doesn't focus all on PvP. It's got the co-op in there, which is nice. So you play against bots, and quite frankly, most of the bots on lower difficulties are kind of stupid. I had an incident yesterday where I was behind a tanker truck, and it just kept shooting into the tanker truck instead of shooting me. So I literally was able to demolish the other tanks. But it's made by the same creators of Skyforge. So Obsidian Entertainment, they do a lot of MMORPGs. So it's supposed to be, I think they're leaning more towards kind of a co-op-y RPG element. They kind of want to bring that to it. So, but yeah, for anybody out there that loves tanks and blowing stuff up, it's definitely something you should give a try. I play a lot of different games, so I can't play the same game over and over again, and I get kind of bored, I guess, or burnt out on stuff. So I like to switch around and
Yeah.
play multiple games. But what I've been looking for recently is a game that I can play with my viewers, and
Yeah.
I'm having kind of a hard time because I know a lot of people don't have the best PCs. So that's kind of why I like Quiplash so much, is because you don't even need a PC to play it. You can play it on your phone, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But
What's that about exactly then? Or-
Quiplash is like a
Oh,
game
Quiplash.
show.
yeah, it's like it's from the
I know,
creators of
obviously.
You Don't Know Jack. Yeah, so it's pretty much, it gives you these prompts which are questions, and at the beginning of each round, you get 2 questions per person, and those you answer the questions to pretty much the best of your abilities, or try to make them funny or quirky, stand out. And then what happens is they'll go through the questions, and people who say one question over the other, or answer for the question over the other,
Yeah.
will vote on it. And at the end, whoever has the most points wins. So it's like, I don't know what was one of the ones they had on there. Little known fact: the most dangerous or the most poisonous snake in the world is the blank cobra. So
Yeah.
it's like you got to think of some weird thing to put in there, and then somebody else has to put in something else as well. And then it'll say it, and you'll be like, okay, well, what do you think's funnier? And then you get to pick. And it's a nice way to communicate with your
Yeah.
followers, and have fun, and kind of.
Yeah.
Hang
Well,
out,
like Saint says, the best streamers are those that interact with the viewers. Exactly.
Mhm.
That's why I started playing Quiplash when it was first released, and it was crazy. You'd have 20, 30 people in your stream.
Oh, Oh,
and
definitely.
it's so much fun. But it's one of those games you can play in moderation. But if you play it all the time, you would simply get bored of it. So I stream it once every week or so, week or two. At the moment, I'm streaming Aftermath. Now, Aftermath it's called Ramirez Aftermath. It's free to play. It's another zombie apocalypse game like H1Z1 or Daisy. But I prefer Aftermath because it's less graphic intense, so it runs better. I can just stream it with a semi-decent frame rate.
It's a little jittery, but it's pretty
And there's a lot to the game. It's more crafting intense. You've got the PvP side of it, where you get better weapons, better drops, etc. On the PvP servers, which I didn't know. So I was running around for like 3 days trying to find a shotgun in PvE, and then someone turned around to me and said, "Oh, I've got a shotgun, you can have it, but if you want to get more weapons, you best go in PvP." So I thought, well, I don't want to lose everything that I've got already, so I'll create a new account and start playing PvP on that account. So, which I did, and that's what I've been doing. So I did start my stream late tonight due to family events overrunning the time. So unfortunately it happens, but you can't always start on time. Yeah. But so yeah, playing Aftermath. I'll probably play this Aftermath till the end of the month, and then I'll start varying games. I'll go back to playing Hearthstone, Quiplash, Aftermath, and I kind of alternate depending on what I feel like playing on the day that I'm streaming. I'm streaming 2 nights a week, well, 3 times a week, 2 evenings and 1 daytime. Sundays I stream from 8 p.m. BST, soon to be GMT, and Thursdays I stream from 8 p.m. as well, starting BST, soon to be GMT at the end of this month. And now the third stream is a daytime stream. Now originally I was going to do it Tuesdays, but unfortunately it's kind of clashing with something at the moment, so I'm going to move it to Mondays. If it doesn't work for Mondays, then I'm going to have to move it to an evening. So we'll see. We'll try Monday daytimes. If it don't work Monday daytimes, then I'll move it to an evening, either Monday or Tuesday, probably best. So we'll
so
see.
to summarise, watch this space.
Yeah, watch this space. Watch this face.
Oh well.
Twitch reunion. The top Twitch streamers who are really stream the best games get to go to this Twitch stream weekend. Hotel party in Vegas. Yeah, we won't be going to that.
Yeah, I'm not a top. I'm not a top. I'll as much as I'd like to be, I don't think I'm considered a top Twitch streamer.
No.
Unfortunately, I've not gained that title yet. I've been denied twice already for my partnership. Twitch doesn't like me. So.
No.
Now, have you guys played the War Z at all, or Infestation Survivor Stories?
No.
No?
I haven't. No.
Okay. You guys probably think I'm a nutcase then because I keep mentioning that game. The game, that Aftermath game, literally looks just like Infestation Survivor Stories, which is a game that I bought about 2 years ago and played. It's oh god, yeah, about 2 years old. So all the zombies in it, all the items, all the environments, everything looks the same, except everything has been placed in different areas.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe that something has happened, or maybe a source leak, or something where somebody has gotten their hands on their source code and have pretty much made their own game out of it. Which is why I mentioned it. I'm not like a nutcase, like it's literally the same game. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen Infestation, I would definitely give her a Google search, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's literally the same game. It's like it was $20 on Steam. They had the same thing, but everything that they had issues with, it seems they've fixed in the free version. As far as PvP goes, there's actually PvE servers now and PvP servers where you can't be killed, which is awesome.
Cool.
And so I don't know. I mean, I think that the people that made War Z probably could have. Well, it used to be called War Z before the movie came out. Then they got sued and had to change the name.
Typical.
Yeah, but there was a lot of controversy in the game at first. People complained about them not adding the strongholds like they said they were going to.
Yeah.
Complaints about the servers being too expensive to rent, $40, $50 a month to rent a server on the game. The fact that you could buy ammunition and ammo and armor in the game and then lose it in PvP kind of turned people off to the game. So there was a lot of controversy. It was right around the time that DayZ came out.
Yeah.
The DayZ standalone came out a little later, and then they lost a lot of their. I don't know though. I heard bad things about the DayZ standalone. I heard there was a lot of bugs in the DayZ standalone.
Okay.
But that's what I played. I played War Z. So when I seen this game, I thought, oh, another zombie game, and then I played it. I was like, wait, this is War Z, but better.
Yeah.
So I like it. It plays better on my computer.
Nice.
The Aftermath game is really good, so if you are going to look to buy it, ignore the reviews.
Yeah,
It's not
ignore the
great
reviews.
Yeah,
but just
because
ignore them.
I was told about the game and I saw the reviews. I thought, no, it's not for me. And a couple of gamers started playing it that I know. Well, you probably know from the previous Greywolfz podcast. Azil started playing it, and Lyra started playing it as well. And they were spamming me text messages saying, "Yeah, play this game. Ignore the reviews, give it a go, see what you think." So I thought, okay, I downloaded it. It's free to play. I installed it, and I'm hooked. And I have been. I've gone a late bit again.
I think the reason it's actually
that-
quite good is because it used to be a subscription model.
Yeah.
It kind of went downhill, then they stopped the game from being subscription, turned it to a free-to-play
Yeah.
aspect, and then just let it go from there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But
I
I
agree
do.
with you.
I'm hooked on it, and I've been playing it a lot. I keep going 8-bit. I don't know why. Skype for you.
I'm wondering if maybe the reason why the reviews were so negative is because people thought it was a War Z clone. Maybe they thought that it was just the same game because people hated that game when they bought it, and it wasn't what they wanted, and there were all these bugs and stuff, and like I guess devs were like banning people from the forums for speaking out about the game.
Yeah.
Steam actually released a letter to everybody telling them that if they purchased the game, they had 2 weeks to send in a complaint, and they would give them a full refund of their money. And they took it off of Steam until they fixed all the issues. So I'm wondering if maybe that's where all the backlash came from.
Quite
because
possibly, yeah.
once I looked at it, I'm like, this looks like War Z. So I'm thinking that's probably what other people thought, because right off the bat, after having my bad experiences with War Z, I said, there's no way I'm going to play this game.
Yeah.
I just don't want the headache. But I said, you know what? Screw it. Wayne likes it. I'll go ahead and give it a shot. And then when I played it, I'm like, wait, this is better than what I thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
Performance-wise, too. If you could imagine playing the game that you're playing now, except every 2 seconds it freezes, and then you can move, and then it freezes, and then you can move. You try doing that in PvP, or whenever you'd get into a city, like a really big city, it would freeze on you for a second, or if you had a zombie behind you, and then you're just toast. You lose all your crap. So people got really angry with that. But no, I would say,
A lot of games.
yeah,
A lot of games.
Yeah.
makes me kind of kind of interested though. I'm actually going to look up War Z and see if there's any kind of new, if there's any like connection between the two. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
any
there probably would be.
information? Yeah, it does look. It did look similar, for what I saw. Daisy, I kind of didn't see many people playing it, and it's quite graphics intense. Same with H1Z1. I did start playing H1Z1. I did even stream it once. Managed to stream it at a very low frame rate. It wasn't worth the effort, to be honest.
10 minutes before your server caught fire.
Yeah, 10 minutes. It wasn't really worth the effort. I do like H1Z1, you know, because of the battle royale. But I went into battle royale. It took about 3 minutes to load in the parachute, to which time, by the time the lag stopped, I'd landed, and then I ran, picked up a gun, turned around, somebody there, went to shoot them, pressed fire, and the game froze.
Ooh.
And it unfroze a couple minutes later, and I was dead. It's like, you know, even on a decent spec machine, that's not, you know, not playable.
Yeah.
It's like I bought Ark Survival for my birthday, Survival Evolved, and I spent 2 hours trying to get it to run at a decent frame rate and gave up. You know, so it's still sat in my library, and I've never played it. You know,
Unless you run like an Area 51 or something, you're not going to be able to play it.
I need a really, really good kind of quantum computer that'll run it. So, but yeah, no. So this is the first zombie game that I've actually been able to get into, and I enjoy playing it. I do. You know, so.
Oh, okay. I got the news.
Yeah.
It's literally the same game. It's by the same creators.
Okay.
And so it says they want to revamp the game and get more audience members in there. So they literally made a free-to-play version of what they had before with all the same elements and stuff in it. I guess the pay model went so crappy for them that they had no other option but to make it a free-to-play.
Yeah.
So literally they took it's pretty much a free-to-play version with some new tweaks to it.
Yeah, which to me was the right move. They're looking at introducing vehicles in the next couple of months or so, which I'm looking forward to.
And it shouldn't be that long because they already have the vehicles. They made that about a year ago in the other game. So it's literally just a matter of copying and pasting the code. There were issues with some of the sounds in them. I guess sometimes the sounds of the engines were a little loud. But when they did add them, they were pretty cool. I mean, it made things a lot faster for travel.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that stuff should all come in real quick, assuming that they have the same source codes or access to it.
Yeah.
It just depends.
They're just tweaking it. They're making it better, I suppose. Using the
Trying to
time
make it better,
they've got.
yeah. It just seems like they've taken everything that they messed up originally on and fixed it and did what the viewers asked them to do, which is fix your game. Fix the lag issues, make it less pay to win, you know, have focus on PvE and PvP. Now, see, me, myself, I was a looter. I didn't like PvP, and I would do these long loot runs on PvP servers, and I would always pick a really low populated server so I wouldn't get ganked. They used to have one, I don't know Aftermath as well as I know War Z, but they used to just have one safe zone, and I would go all the way to the other side of the map to a town called Frosty Pines, and I would get loot, and I would have to walk all the way back to Blue Ridge, you know, to drop off my loot, and I'd always get killed right before the town because there's a little circle, and around that circle you can be shot as long as you're not in that circle, and people would hide in the bushes, and then you just see a bunch of flash lights, you hear, and then you're just, you know, the dreaded noise, and then you like fall on the ground and your backpack's sitting there. I'm like, no, I lost all my crap.
Hours of grinding.
It would always happen. But then they made PvE servers, but then they didn't make them PvE servers. You could still kill people. It was just frowned upon. I'm like, really? Just give us PvE. So then they finally put it in, but then they gave people like these weird like things. It's like, for instance, if you play PvE or PvP, right? You get more points, you find better stuff. But if you keep playing if you play PvE too much, you won't find good stuff anymore. You'll have to play PvP. Like for some reason, it lowers your like find rate for like good items. I'm like, really? To like try to force people to play PvP, and you can't force people to play a game mode they don't want to play. So
it's still quite similar to that. With it's the PvE, you can't kill each other, and the PvP there is, you know, in both versions of the game, or versions of game. There is several safe zones now and several cities, and it's the map's quite big. It takes a while to get from one place to the next. But the drops are better in PvP than they are in PvE. But if you play in PvE, you can use the same character and play in PvP, and you keep all the same gear and everything. So you can go in PvP, loot, raid, and get as much good gear as you want, and then you can go into PvE and actually enjoy the game without worrying about losing stuff. So. But I've got two separate accounts, one for PvP, one for PvE, because the stuff I've got in PvE, I don't want to lose in PvP. But the stuff I get in PvP, I'm quite happy to, if I get killed, I lose it. Fair enough. That's what PvP's about. So.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I mean, I had so many guns. I think I had somewhere around like 200, 300 guns, but I was afraid of losing them. So I would only take out my weak stuff, like my Cougars and my little 22s and stuff, because I didn't want to lose my good stuff.
Yeah.
But they had the rucksacks in there, or they called them military rucksacks. And I guess it's pretty much like the equivalent of a level 4 bag in Aftermath, but it was a military type bag, and it held the most stuff.
Yeah.
And then they had like medium backpacks, your standard small backpack, which held like 4 items. And anyways, it went up and up.
Yeah.
So there was all this extra stuff. I think they had night vision in there too. Like I had some night vision goggles I would use. So I had a buddy who used to have a sniper rifle. It was like a Magnum something, and he would use his night vision goggles and he would snipe people on their way into town. And then I was like the bag man, so I'd come down and grab their bags and run back into town, and he'd always split it 50-50 with me.
Cool.
So, but I never really got into the PvP. I was always just the guy that picked up after the mess. So
yeah.
It's like, no, I don't want to be in the crossfire, man. I don't want to lose all the crap.
It's good. It's good to play in big groups. I think we had a group of 5 of us playing PvE, including Davey, myself, Azil, Ilera, and Xperia. So there's all 5 of us all running around in PvE. And,
I'd love to give that a shot sometime. We'll have to talk about that. I don't know what time you start playing or anything, but yeah, just give me a buzz. I'll hop on if I'm free and available.
Yeah.
I know your time's a little different than mine, so you're a few hours ahead. But
yeah, my evening streams kind of start when yours finish. My daytime streams kind of finish a couple hours before yours starts, I believe, something like that.
Yeah.
So
I think you're about 6, maybe 8 hours behind us.
8 hours behind. 11 p.m. here. It's 3. Well, it was 11 p.m. when we were supposed to start the podcast, and it would have been 3 o'clock your time, which would have been 6 o'clock Pacific time. New York and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's 4 right here, or it's 4, almost 4 p.m. here now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, any more thoughts on Halloween? I've revamped my introduction, and I've added bits in here and there. Right now, you've got like Halloween stuff going on in the spare box on my stream.
I was watching that. It looks pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Where did you find? Is this just YouTube
It's
stuff?
just YouTube stuff. I just overlay in and then just use the chroma key just to turn them down a bit, so they pretty much see through. So
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think it'd be really cool to do something like that in the background.
Yeah. So I'm doing that. I on the stream before Halloween, because I stream on the Thursday and Halloween's on the Saturday, and then I stream on the Sunday, so I miss the actual Halloween day. I will be doing a full-on Halloween stream on the Thursday, 4 hours. Maybe Aftermath, maybe jump scare games. I don't know, but it'll be all Halloween.
28th or the 4th.
The Halloween's the 31st, which is a Saturday. So the Thursday is the 28th. Yeah, 28th.
Yeah.
29th, rather, sorry.
29th, 30th, 31st. Yeah, 29th. Yeah, 3 days, not 4. So I will be doing... having played Descent is an old game.
We demand
that came
a
out
48-hour stream. No sleeping.
48-hour stream. No way. I was actually watching an Aftermath stream. I think Swifty came in some point on the same stream, and I said hello. It's just kind of fun. We keep bumping into each other.
Is that's your buddy, right? That plays that, or is that a guy that you just follow?
It's a guy that I just follow. He's basically when I jumped in, he was streaming for 20 hours. Or around there, and by the time he finished, he was streaming for 27 hours. 27 hours, man, of the same game.
My longest stream was about 11 hours, and I couldn't go anymore, man. I was just so tired, and it was like 4 o'clock. I streamed from roughly about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning to about 4 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
And I was just, after about 5 or 6 rock stars and a whole entire large pizza, I was like, I gotta go, guys. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I kind of wimped out. I'm like, I'll break my record later, but 11 hours is pretty much.
I did a 12-hour stream one Sunday.
Oh man.
And by about 10, 11 hours, the game I was playing, I couldn't even concentrate. It was Hearthstone, I believe. It was Hearthstone. 12 hours solid of Hearthstone. That's the month we hit rank 9.
Yeah.
But
that's my suggestion. If you're going to go that long, make sure it's an easy game, because after about 10 hours, you're like,
yeah, exactly.
Clicking the mouse, trying to get things to work.
Yeah, that was my first 12-hour stream. I think I will do another 12-hour stream at some point, but not anytime soon, the way things are at the moment. Unfortunately, it's 4 hours.
Thanks for the invite, Saint. I got an invite on Steam from Saint. You just followed me, and
are the zombies more active than in DayZ or H1Z1 type games? They are. They walk around randomly. They will run at you. It's very cleverly done. I found that it's based on sound. So if you're crawling, you can get pretty close before they get, before they attack you. If you're walking or just jogging, then the distance is they'll run at you further away. If you're running, then they will run at you from quite a distance. If you hit something with your weapon, it gets their attention, they run at you, depending on how close you are when you hit something and what you hit. Because I find if I hit like a big metal container, I'll get loads running at me. If I just hit the ground, I'll get 1 or 2, depending. It's all depending on distance, and it's very cleverly done. I like the way it's done. They're not constantly running at you. I remember when I first played H1Z1, I was chased by this wolf for ages before he tracked me down and killed me. So,
Yeah, that's right. They just don't stop following you either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
your buddy was he was getting these big crews of them, like these big groups of zombies, and then
just frag bombing them. Yeah, frag bombs,
and just blowing them up, and that was awesome.
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
So he's pretty savage at that, man. He was just mowing them down. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it's a very slow game.
Not just the zombies, but the people too.
Like, wow. It's a very slow game. It'll take you a long time to get crafting decent stuff. Yeah. If you want to do things faster, play on PvP. You get better drops, better weapons. The key places that I go is small towns or the main city. Now, on a busy PvP server, you want to avoid the main city. You want to go to a smaller town like. Bamberg's a good one because there's a police station there which always has good drops. There's a tower block which always has good drops, and there's a post office there as well that you should always find money and blueprints and stuff in. So they're the main 3 places for good drops. For better drops than that, you need to liberate a town, which is kill all the zombies, and then you also need to repair the generators and refuel them. Kill all the zombies. Once the town's liberated, then you'll start getting crate drops, which are full of better weapons, better ammo, better stuff. So,
which probably draws more. Now, do other players see those crate drops?
Other players will know when a crate drop's happening because on the map you'll get this little red icon to say that a town is infested.
Yeah. When
it's been liberated, it will turn green. People see that turn green, and they will head there because they will want to take out whoever's there and try and take that crate for themselves. On PvP, so
probably best. I would assume that it would probably be better to
liberating
once
groups.
Once you first start playing, liberating groups and pick smaller servers with less people.
Yeah, and
to
head
kind
to
of get
smaller
you familiarized. Towns. Yeah, don't go all the way because man,
Strawford City is crazy. Yeah.
It can get real crazy. I mean, you get into these gunfights where it's like a good half an hour, and it's just boom back and forth. At least on War Z, which was pretty much the same game. So, but yeah, definitely. Oh God, brings back memories of Frosty Pines. Stepped out in the lodge on top of the roof, over by the snow lift, and we got people firing guns at us, and we're sitting there shooting back, and it's just back and forth, and then you got that one lonely just traveler, has no idea what's going on, sitting there in the middle of town, ends up getting popped. It's like I shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. So
Yeah, it does.
actually, I think I'm probably gonna hop on and play a little bit after the stream.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
So you won't
Still
regret
got a lot
it.
of catching up to do.
Like I said, it's quite a
Yeah.
slow game. It takes a while to develop all your crafting skills and crafting skills. You have to find like these little suitcases that have blueprints in, and once you get the blueprints, you then
Now, I
start
found
crafting
those.
stuff.
And I wasn't sure if they were worth. Like, I got these crates, and they said I needed a key to unlock them. I assumed it was premium keys, so I dropped them.
Yeah, no, they are premium crates. If you've got like I believe if you've got a legendary account, or you pay for keys for them. So there is that aspect in, but they're mainly a lot of them are cosmetic or ammo or
Are they
weapon cases.
Are they worth keeping to like sell them or trade for anything?
No,
or?
you can't sell or trade them. So
Okay.
just
So they're-
I just leave them. The ones I'm talking about are like suitcases, and it says item instead of crate or whatever. It says item case or something.
Okay.
So I picked quite a few up when I was playing. So I don't know if you saw, but you get blueprints from them. But 9 out of 10 times I get like blueprints for a smoothie or a tomato. Bloody box of tomato growing and stuff. It's like no,
Yeah.
I want ammo. I want to be able to make ammo and weapons and grenades. So it takes time.
What you're going to have to do is tomorrow or whenever you're next on, is find a compass, because I've been playing for 2 days and I still haven't managed to make myself a compass yet.
Oh man, I've got through like 5 or 6 of them. I keep selling them because I keep picking them up. That's
just-
difficult.
Yeah.
I'm just wandering about having the main map open like every 2 seconds trying to find out where I'm going.
Yeah, which is dangerous, especially in PvP. You don't want to be looking at the map every couple of minutes because you
Yeah.
just get some
Say,
shit.
hey, let me look over here. Boo, 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 boo. What?
Yeah, exactly.
I did walk into that main city that's in the middle of the map
Strawford. Yeah,
and was quickly killed by about 300 zombies.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is quite intensive in there. It's even more difficult in PvP. Although I did find zombies easier to kill in PvP. Take less hits. But I suppose that's to balance it out because
Yeah, that is-
zombies don't have weapons. They run at you. You can melee them.
Yeah.
But other players have weapons, so you want to be able to shoot other players and not have to worry about beating up or shooting zombies and wasting your ammo on them. So
Well, not only that, but also, guys, if you're firing your weapon, you're going to attract more zombies.
Oh, yeah.
And B, you're going to attract players if there's people around.
I was in
They're gonna hear
Bamberg.
those gunshots.
I was playing with Xperia and was playing PvE, and I had a shotgun that was given to me, and I had like something like 30 rounds. I was in Bamberg, and I shot 1 or 2 zombies, and all of a sudden there's a massive horde of them running at me, and and we jumped on top of cars,
Yeah.
and I'm just picking them off with a shotgun, and then she just pulls out a frag bomb and just throws it and blows them all up. And of course,
Oh, wow.
more got attracted from that noise. By the time I end up leaving with like 3 shotgun shells left.
Oh, man. That reminds me of NORAD. NORAD was it was a military base in War Z, and it had a bunch of zombies in it, and there was pretty much 3 entranceways. There was the front gate, which was pretty much not a good idea. There was the back fence, which was broken down, but there was a bunch of sleepers, or I called them sleepers. They're just zombies that are laying down, but as soon as you move by them, they'll get up and chase after you. And then they had the side way, which was down the mountain. So I used to take that way, and I'd hop along the fence, but this area was a really, really high PvP trafficked area because there was a lot of really good guns there. So, yeah, I mean, we'd go there and be there for maybe a minute or 2 looting and stuff, but you would attract so many zombies because it's such a close quarters. They don't have the running zombies in that game, do they?
No, they all
Yeah.
pretty much
No.
the same
Well,
speed.
imagine the same zombies except they scream and then they run at you. They're very fast. They don't just like hobble, like they run. Like it's pretty damn scary.
Yeah, well, they
Had
are
those in War Z.
they are working on Aftermath. They are
Yeah.
going to be introducing vehicles and they're refining loot and items and the
That'd be
economy and stuff. So you never know what's going to come next and when. So which also makes it good fun. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I look forward to playing some with you, buddy. I mean, I think it'll be really fun to hop on there again. It reminds me a lot of War Z, so
Yeah.
it'll maybe bring back some of those memories.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm addicted to that game at the moment. So it's a good excuse to stream it because it's Halloween month. So.
Oh yeah.
Why celebrate Halloween for one day when you can celebrate it for the whole month as a streamer?
Yeah.
And like I said, I will look into other games. Maybe play some other scary games. I think what makes me jump the most when I'm playing Aftermath is my follow alert, because I could be really concentrating on the game, and all of a sudden it's like, "Bah!" and this freaking things on my screen. I'm like, oh. So
that's not a bad idea. Have like a really scary follower alert, and then play games, and then whenever you get a follow, it'll freak the hell out of you. Yeah. Scare the crap out of you.
I could be playing Hearthstone. It would scare the crap out of me. So yeah. So I expect to be playing more Quiplash and Hearthstone as well. I've dropped WildStar for now. I kind of it's too the UI. There's too much going on. The game is everything happens so fast, and obviously they're all free to play business. Pay to win.
Yeah.
So
it took me about 2 days to get rid of that game, and I was just like, this is not. No. No.
Yeah.
I will play something else. So.
Yeah. So
I wish I could say more, but I've not been playing too wide a variety of games recently.
What have you been playing recently, Davey? I know you played Aftermath with us the other night.
Been playing catch up with my sleep, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like playing sleep. Sleep is good, especially since I don't get a whole lot nowadays. So.
Yeah. So when are you going to start streaming, Davey? When you get better internet, I suppose. A couple of years time.
Yeah, I did look into that. Contacted the providers, and they said that it's good news. It's October of next year to March 2017.
Oh right, okay. So not this
when
month.
I can expect to get fibre optic. So until now, I'm stuck with 4.5 meg download and 0.6 meg upload.
Yeah. You should just leech internet from one of the universities or something like that. Just install your own cable, steal their broadband.
You kidding? They probably get as much as I do.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, so next week I'm going to be streaming the same Thursday night and Sunday night. And I think I'll probably do either tomorrow daytime, if not it'll be tomorrow evening. We'll see, all depends. All depends. So things are quite hectic at the moment. There's a lot going on this month. Next month obviously is Bonfire Night, and we celebrate Bonfire Night, and the whole trying to blow up Parliament stuff. They didn't succeed, unfortunately.
He's going to blow up another one of his servers.
Yeah, I will. So I'll look into doing a 12-hour stream. Hopefully this side of Christmas. I don't know, maybe we could do a dual 12-hour stream. That would be
That'd
crazy.
Be cool. Yeah,
just play lots of multiplayer games. That would be pretty good.
Sounds good in theory.
It sounds good in theory, but I can see us both snoring after about 9 hours. People come to the stream like, what's going on? It's just people asleep.
It's quite difficult for yourself, and Swifty to do a dual stream for 12 hours considering the time difference.
Yeah,
I'm just getting my breakfast. Okay, I'm just getting my dinner.
Yeah, true. I'd probably have to start like mid-afternoon.
What are you having? Cooked chicken.
If like Swifty was to start like 7 in the morning, or 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, something like that, or normal 8 in the morning, normal 8 time, then 12 hours for him would be till 8 p.m. at night. Whereas I'd be starting at 4 p.m. Is that right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 4 a.m. in the morning. So it would be a pretty long stint.
Yeah, it would.
It would. So we'll see. We'll see what we can pull out of the bag. We can't make any promises. But we'll see. Even if it's like, if we do like a 12-hour stream between us where we do kind of alternate, or one person does 6, another person does 6. I don't know.
How many followers do you guys have that stream?
How many
followers do you guys have that stream? You can perform a tag team.
A stream tag team.
Stream tag team.
An STT. Yeah. That's like the next step up from an STD. Internet contracted diseases. ICD. In other words, viruses. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much all I've got to chat about this week, really. Just like, Halloween, zombie games, games in general. I think we covered the new Minecraft story mode, which is now available on Steam. We covered that last week. There is I don't know if it's still on. I'd have to double check. There was a special offer on Telltale Games on Steam. I don't know if it's still running, so you might want to check that. In fact, I can have a look now, actually, seeing as we've got a few more minutes before we all have to dash. Let's have a look. When it opens. Okay. Let's go. Let's have a look. Store. I think it was like 75% off Telltale Games. I think. Don't quote me on that. Oh, it is. Yeah, Telltale Games Publisher Weekend, up to 75% off. So that's going to end pretty soon. So if we have a look, you've got the whole collection, which is $137.99 worth of games for £34.49.
Oh wow!
Be careful, there'll be Steam.
That's
sales,
23 games.
Not really discounts.
That's 23 games. And this is in sterling, so it'll probably be about $45-50. Back to the Future, the game, Bone, Out from Boneville, Bone the Great Crow Race, Game of Thrones, Telltale Game Series,
Game of Thrones,
Hector, Badge of Carnage, full series, Jurassic Park, the game, Law and Order, Legacies, Poker Night 2, Poker Night at the Inventory, Poker Night this, that and the other. Or you can get them individually. At the moment, the Minecraft Story Mode is actually only £17.09, which is around about $22, roughly. And that's 10% off. If you wanted to get just the Game of Thrones series, a 6-part episode, then it's 66% off. It's £7.81, which is around about $10. Tales from the Borderlands is £6.45, so that's 66% off. That is pretty good,
wow.
pretty epic.
That is pretty good.
Which is again around about $9.50 roughly, without looking it up. The Walking Dead 5-part adventure series is £4.74, which is around about $6 something, which is 75% off. Then season 2 is also £4.74. The Walking Dead 400 Days, which is download content for season 1, that's 99 pence, 75% off, 99 pence, which is around around $1.20, something like that, $1.30. Back to the Future, 75% off. Tales of Monkey Island, the complete pack, that's 75% off now, £6.74. Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People, Season 1, £5.74. For those of you who know the whole Strong Bad, used to be huge. Animation probably still is huge. So there's a lot. Puzzle Agent, Jurassic Park, Law and Order, Hector, Bone. Yeah, so that is worth checking out. I think that's over the weekend, so it's pretty much running out. So do remember to look at that if you do like the whole Telltale Games. Let's have a look at everything else. What's featured? Fallout 4 still available for pre-purchase. Still $39.99 in sterling. And the release date for that is the 10th of November. So, guys, that's like 3 weeks away. 3.5 weeks away. 4 weeks away. So, Fallout 4 weeks away. So if your PC can handle it, mine can't.
Yeah,
or
definitely.
if you've got an Xbox One, which I have, then it's $39.99 for the pre-purchase.
Oh, I'll be watching you play it, Wayne, because
So-
I don't.
I haven't
have
actually
the correct
pre-ordered it yet,
PC.
so I'm
Yeah.
hoping to get it at some point. But it'll be a
Hopefully
new
you
experience
can
for me because I never played any of the Fallout games. But
Oh yeah, it's fun.
I've got an idea for a game you can stream if you've got it then, Swifty.
What's that?
Elite Dangerous.
What's it called?
Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous? Is that on
Yeah.
Steam as well, or is that a?
Yeah, you can get it on Steam. You can get it through their website as well. It's a really, really good game. It's a space simulator kind of thing, but
I've seen that. I watched a stream playing that. And I loved the look of it. The kind of saw the inside of the spacecraft. It was pretty cool.
It is, and they've got an expansion coming out as well, where you can finally get to go on land, do landing missions as well.
Sweet. That looks like World of Tanks with ships instead.
Yeah,
it's cool. Really, really good. I mean, the graphics in it are beyond superb.
Well, my machine. Let's have a look. It's $29.99 on Steam. That's in sterling.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it was actually about $35 the other day.
It's $44.99 here.
$44. Okay. Yeah. It's got good reviews.
4GB quad core CPU.
NVIDIA 260.
This is minimal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the 4800.
A high end one.
So yeah, I should be able to run it with my graphics card. My CPU is a little lower. I do have a quad core though. It's just a.
What's your CPU?
It's an i3, dual threaded or multi-threaded CPU, and I think it's at like 3.20 gigahertz. So
yeah, mine's the i5, and it's not in any way overclocked. So it's 3.2 gig quad core. Which is plenty sufficient, but it's just my graphics that let me down. I'm using just the Intel graphics, onboard graphics, and that's what lets me down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because I made the mistake of buying a small form factor because it was cheap, and I thought, yeah, no, that's good enough. I can actually play games better on a lower spec laptop than I can using the onboard Intel HD graphics.
Wow.
If you're interested, Wayne, I've got a GTX 750.
Is it a small form factor card?
It will fit a micro ATX board.
It will. What power requirements does it take?
500 watt.
Okay, yeah, I've only got something like 280 watt power supply. You can't get a 500 watt small form factor power supply. Not that easy. So,
there you go. You can have this. This is my last one I had. GTX 240. Requires 300 power, and it's a small profile, so it doesn't need a power. Yeah.
Oh.
I was in the same boat you were before I got my computer upgrade.
That would be pretty sweet. Is that DDR? That'll be DDR3. First gen DDR3.
Yeah, it's a G. This is the GD2. This is the GT220. GT220. Yeah. I had the 240 in here. This one's a little beefier. This is a P&Y. I keep them in here so I don't ruin them. This is a P&Y. So whatever one you want. This one takes a little bit more. This is like 325. Well? This is a small. Yeah, it's a small card, but it's got enough to. I mean, it's got like shader cells on it and stuff. Yeah. Like it's got all the whistles and bells and whistles. You'll be able to play most games on low to medium settings. But you'll have, it's way better than any kind of like, onboard graphics card. But they're all very low maintenance, low power consumption.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a very small computer and I needed low profile graphics cards. So this is pretty much the highest, best end graphics card you're gonna get without a power pin plug.
Yeah.
Or something of that nature.
Okay. Can you email it to me?
I mean, the one that I've got. It runs straight off the motherboard and it's the 750.
Yeah.
You don't need a separate pin or anything for it.
Yeah. A lot don't
you
need
can get these for like,
watts.
what is it like? You can get one of these for like $30-$40 online.
Yeah.
And they'll work for you for a while. One of the fans on this one needs cleaned out a little bit, but I mean they both work just fine.
Yeah.
And, I used to have a GT210, and then I went to the GT220, and then up to the GT240. And then I picked this one, which I'm using now, which is a Radeon 8 for 4850, which is slightly better, not all that much. I find that it's almost about the same as the other one. It just runs certain games better than that one does, and that one runs some games better than that one does. So
yeah,
but all low profile.
Oh, excellent. Okay, well I think you've got my address, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, if not, we can make some arrangement or something. And that'll help me out a lot if I can get one of those in there and get playing better games. So, like Ark, I'd be able to try Ark for the first time properly.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to run it in lower settings, but you should be able to play it.
Yeah.
I mean, with your CPU being as good as it is, and everything else being pretty good, most of that should carry it. Yeah. But at least you'll be able to play it. So.
Yeah, I think I'm running.
You said that you've now got a 4850.
Yeah, 4850, which is slightly, I don't know. The reviews for it said that it was slightly better, but I'm not really noticing much of a difference between that and the 240. They're actually about the same to me, at least. I did like this one better though, because this one has the one that I was going to send you, Wayne. It has DDR5.
Okay.
Which is really good. This one is a DDR3.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the DDR5 one, if you're willing to part with it, I won't say no.
No. I mean, both cards were about $40 when I bought them. I bought them on Newegg, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this one that I've got just now, the GTX 750. I'm looking at it just now. That roughly, the average kind of price change you'll see for the one you've got is about $89. This one here is about $99.
It's not a lot.
And you're getting about triple the performance of it.
Yeah.
It's a 2 gig GDR5 graphics card.
That's good.
That's the 650, the GTX 650.
750.
750. Is that the titanium edition or the original?
No, just the original.
Original, because I know the titanium has all the bells and whistles, and there's people say there's not that much difference, but there is, because the amount of load it takes off of your CPU just having those extra bells and whistles is amazing.
Yeah.
You don't see it in performance. You don't see it in performance, but the lifespan of the graphics card itself and the computer will obviously be way better if you go for the titanium version, the TI version, let's call it. So whenever I've bought a graphics card in the past on older machines that outdated now, I've always gone for TI if I can, because it just increases the lifespan of the graphics card and your PC by just reducing some of the the resources it uses off the computer. So the chip.
Juke Ray Day. This guy's got a really long name. It's XXXX Juke.
Triple X.
XXXX.
Every day.
Every day.
Quadruple.
It's all in red.
Yeah, quadruple X Jukes, triple X every day, quadruple X.
Hey, how's it going, buddy? Sorry, I am slightly colorblind, so the smaller letters like that, they kind of blend in together. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to read.
I mean, here's a little bit of a comparison for you, right? The 750 has a max TDP of 55 watts, and the TI has 60. Yeah. It's not much more.
I know, but
intensive.
That small difference does obviously increase the lifespan.
It does.
Just such a small difference.
According to the benchmarks, they've got a difference of about 400 points.
Yeah.
It's got double the RAM in it. It's got the same clock speed on it.
Yeah.
The memory clock's slightly faster at 1350 rather than 1250.
Yeah.
So it's not going to make a massive difference.
But it does. It takes the load off of your CPU and then your motherboard and your memory, and it just you won't see much difference in game or in what you play, but you'll have peace of mind that your PC is in better hands basically, will last longer, less things to go wrong and less chance of overheating and So regardless of what people say, the graphics look the same, why do I pay more for this? Well, you're paying more because you're getting better quality components.
You get better quality,
You're getting better lifespan, etc. So, if someone else says to you, oh no, your graphics card's just like mine, only different name, say, well, no, because it's better than yours, because my PC ain't going to explode in 3 years' time. My CPU isn't going to melt.
That's always fun.
Well, that's why you're not supposed to run everything in there for just 250 watts,
No, does that? I don't know if anybody does that at all.
Battery to a Ford Mustang is not really going to work.
My PSU is like 240 watt or 280, something like that. And I do run a lot. I do 2 HD monitors. And,
I think mine's... What is mine? It's... I have 430 watts, which is
average. It's manageable. Yeah, it's efficient.
Yeah, it's manageable. Yeah.
If I could get a 500 watt small form factor, I would be perfectly fine. to get a GTX 750 low profile, something like that.
Well, some of those graphics cards just take way too much damn power. Yeah. It's like, really? Like 800 watts? Like, for some of them, I'm just saying. Yeah. That's like, dude. Like, I think in some cases it would be better off just to, like, instead of running one big card, to run two smaller cards in, like, SLI, because you're going to get better performance, less, power consumption, and I don't know. Like, I would run two, lower cards over one bigger card any day because they're cheaper and it works just as well. You got two, it'd be like, instead of running one really good CPU with one core, running a CPU with two cores. That's why dual processors and quad processors are better than single core processors, because they can manage more tasks at one time. Yeah. So if you got two graphics card handling the graphics on one game at the same time, then better performance. Yeah. So, and the performance over graphics for me, at least.
The difference between standard and hyper-threaded is if you've got like a quad-core PC and it says it's hyper-threaded, then it's usually two chips running hyper-threaded, which means it's 4 cores but only 2 chips. Whereas if you've got straight 4-core, like what I've got, then it's 4 chips doing the load. So it's
not really, because AMD processors don't do hyper-threading.
No.
Hyper-threading is more about doing it, well, from what I remember anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in the chat. But as far as I was aware, hyper-threading was, instead of doing, executing an instruction on the clock cycle, it would do one on the clock cycle and one in between.
Right. Okay. So
when you're looking at it, it's kind of doing that.
Yeah. So if you've got two chips, if you've got a board with 2 chips that are hyper-threaded, effectively doing that makes it seem like it basically runs at the speed of a quad core. Because you're hyper-threading, you're basically giving the chips twice as much work to do.
Yeah, so on the processor you have 2 cores, and then you'll have 2 logical processors.
Yeah.
Those 2 logical processors are doing them at the peak intervals rather than the main intervals.
Yeah, so it's still...
Whereas with the processor, I've got 2 cores, but each core has 2 logical processors, making it a quad core.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hyper-thread.
No, exactly. Yeah. So that's the same as mine. Mine's quad core, but it's I'll have to double check.
Yours is an Intel, so we'll probably have 4.
It is
cores.
4 straight cores, 3.2 per core. So it does run, in effect, at around about 12 gig. You've got to kind of disregard the 0.2 because it'd be 12.8, but you can't run at 12.8 because the way binary works, you can only go 2, 6, 12, 24, 36, 48, so on and so forth. So technically it's 12 gig. So which people get confused about, but it's just the way binary and bits work. That's why 1 megabyte is actually 1024 bits instead of 1024 bytes, which make a bit, and then a megabyte is 1024 and so on and so forth.
8 bits that make a byte.
8 bits that make a byte. So it's been a while. But So if you go for a quad core at 3 gig per core, you're still going to get 12, but it's going to work harder than if you get a quad core at 3.2 per core, or 3.4 or 3.6, because you get 3.6, then you're looking at the 16 threshold. But it's crazy how it works, but
and it will still run at that 12.8. It'll still get that extra 800 megahertz out of it.
Yeah,
but it's not too discernible.
No, it's effectively it's the same as getting a 3 gig quad core, but it's just less kind of intense for 3.2 or 3.4.
I've actually overclocked my processor, so it's running at 4.15 or 4.2 gigahertz. And my RAM's overclocked as well as my graphics card.
Yeah.
So I've got 4 120mm fans and a full-size ATX case with a micro ATX board. So I've got tons
you'll
of
need
space
those fans for sure. Yeah.
I was thinking of taking the small form factor, and then just taking the base of the the case, and just getting a circular saw and just cutting the rest of the case off, and then just mounting that into a normal standard ATX or standard tower, and then swapping it with the power supply, just so I can have a decent graphics card. But I'll probably cut off on my fingers and stuff.
That, though, is that the wires will reach the front panels? Because if the wires don't reach the front panels, or the wires can't reach from the motherboard to the, the disk drive bay or the hard drive on that, then you kind of might be screwed.
I do have 3 of the same Dell Optiplexers, and the one I'm using is a small 4, which is the latest. Yeah.
Sorry.
It does run well, but I have 2 normal, one large case and one regular ATX case.
I used to run the Optiplex. I have it sitting right here.
Which one is it? Is it 5500?
Computer. This is the Optiplex 380 Slimline.
Oh, okay. No, mine's a 710. Mine's way above that one.
See this?
Yeah.
This is it. It's very small, man. This thing is like.
I have one of those actually.
Yeah. So
I have one of those.
I changed it, but you can buy the Dell cases online. You can get the full profile, and it has the same pinholes for the screws, so you can put your motherboard in there. It just has a bigger case, and you should theoretically be able to go onto the Dell website or on a Craigslist or wherever, find the model you want, and then get the case for, I don't know, maybe $40, and then just transfer all your stuff over to the bigger case, because that's what I was going to do before I got the new PC.
Yeah, well, mine's a 710, so it's fairly new. It's not as old as that one, because I've got one of those, and I've got one that's like a couple of generations before as well. So I've got 3 Optiplex machines, and both those 2 are running XP.
Because that's the case that I'm running just now.
Yeah, I'll have a look then, because I read up, and apparently you couldn't get what I read, that you couldn't actually get a full size Dell case and fit a small form factor board in it without making modifications.
You want to talk about small computers, buddy? There you go. There's a small computer for you.
Yeah. Okay.
This is my first computer I got.
On college, and they're on i7s.
It's a small computer for you.
Small profile. That's where I got all my small profile.
It's dual core, that.
From. Yeah. This is a. What is this? This is an HP Intel. It's got Vista, Pentium dual processor. It's a slimline.
Tell you something. I do stand by HP laptops. Every laptop I've had has been HP.
Media, but as far as playing games goes, it was just.
I had an Acer once. That was crap.
Yeah. Something small. There's so many PCs around here.
I'm not going to dig mine out. I've got quite a few. So I do have the HP laptop, and funny enough, that's running AMD chipset, and that runs H1Z1 better than this PC I'm on now, and the PCs are a lot newer, so.
But the AMD processors, though, the older ones, they tend to be better for gaming because of the type of the APU that they use rather than Intel.
It's the A6 AMD A6 chipset, so it's really good. As opposed to your bog standard entry A1 chipset, which you even get on newer computers nowadays, which to me is crazy. I went into a PC shop and said, what kind of motherboard and chip do you recommend for a new gaming PC to run, intermediate graphics on a lot of new games? And he turned around and said, well, you're looking at an i7 minimum. He says, and you want a decent chipset, so you want quad core, you want this, that, and the other. And I said, well, what about something as simple as like an i5 quad core, 3 gigs? And he's like, oh no, that won't even run Warcraft. And I just laughed and walked out of the shops. Like, I used to play Warcraft on a netbook 1.6 gig Atom processor.
It would run Warcraft just pretty badly.
Yeah, it's a World of Warcraft.
Processors are great when you can put them up with a graphics card. That's what makes them the better gaming processor.
Yeah.
But running it off of the built-in chipset, AMD's will win because they're kind of made like that.
Yeah.
They're made for running off games off of the APUs, whereas Intel, you kind of have to pair it up with a graphics card.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Because he had a machine there which had the AMD A1, but it was 4 gigs. Dual core 4 gigs, I think it was, which isn't too bad. But you know, he said, "Oh, that won't run things like World of Warcraft or Hearthstone." I'm like, you're pulling me plonker, aren't you? You know.
Yeah, just trying to get money out of you.
Yeah, it's
They
just
do
trying to
that
make
all
money.
the
I said
time,
I can go on eBay and I can get a full spec gaming machine, decent gaming machine, for around about 400, 500 quid. You know,
I mean, I think
and build it myself. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, you wouldn't get anything like that." You know, there's a reason why people buy from shops and not eBay. And I'm like, well, I don't see anybody in your shop trying to sell them all these bells and whistles. You know, I just want something that's entry level. He's like, "Oh no, I can't help you." I'm like, "No, you can't."
Wait, see the PC I've got was the case, the motherboard, the AMD A8 processor,
A8's good.
8 gigs of RAM, the 500 watt PSU, everything that I got there was 325 quid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then it cost me another £80 to get my GTX graphics card.
Yeah.
You're talking about 400 quid, and that's a basic kind of gaming PC.
Yeah. But I bet you could
run basic in the loosest of senses.
I bet you could run some of the newest games on low settings on that easy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been able to run. So I've signed up for the. Well, I've got a guaranteed beta access for Rainbow Siege. Just waiting to get that to come through.
Cool.
I have played a few other games like Warcraft on full settings, everything in full settings. You know, Dead Space,
Cool.
Deus Ex, Star Trek Online, the Aftermath. I had that everything up high. You know, anti-aliasing, everything at max settings, and I was getting about 40 frames a second.
Yeah. Well, even now on this I can run Aftermath at around about 20 to 25 frames per second, depending on how much I've got running. When I'm streaming, obviously it's reduced to about 15 frames per second. But if I'm just playing like I was the other night with you and the other guys and girls, I just have the one monitor on, and I can run it at 25 frames per second comfortably. On low graphics. So, but that's running it in HD resolution, 1080p. So, if I was to turn it down to like 16 by 9 widescreen and have it running, on the one monitor with nothing else running, I could probably run it at 60 frames per second. So,
well, before I shifted my room about, when I had my PC hooked up to my TV, which is a big ass 50-inch plasma. I was running Warcraft on that at full HD. I had YouTube open on my second monitor, which is a tiny wee shit little thing. I then had my what was it? It was something downloading for college, and I was compiling data from my programming on my other monitor, and I was getting about 67 frames a second on Warcraft at full on a 50-inch TV. Yeah. So the graphics card is good, but if you're to run it on one monitor only, then you could probably run it at 4K on low medium settings.
Yeah. Okay.
If you had a monitor that does that.
Yeah.
Which I don't see the point in getting.
That's because it's whole streaming, but we've been over that. Why stream at 3K when you don't need to? But yeah,
the thing with streaming is you need a lot of processing power.
Yeah.
Behind the streaming rather than graphics.
Yeah. But the video encoding does play a big part. The graphics, so the GPU load for the video encoding takes a big part, and the fact that you're playing a very high GPU intense game also plays a big part as well. So, excuse me.
That's where getting two smaller graphics cards would become better.
Yeah.
You can have the game running on one, and then the compiling and the encoding running on the other.
Or even better, just a capture card, so you can capture the footage, run it into another computer that can handle the bandwidth, and also the load of the GFX for the capture, and then the game the PC playing your games on isn't affected by any of that, so you get your full kind of full power.
Nothing's ever simple with you.
It's not, but that's how a lot of the big streamers will have capture cards, and they will be streaming through a different computer to the one they're gaming on. So, but anyway, I think we call it time there, guys. I think we've gone over. We say gone over. We started late, so we're finishing a little bit late. But yeah, I think I've got to get my head down soon. It's quarter to one, so we got plenty of we did the full hour without even thinking about it. So I also thank Dirty Saint for stopping by and for the follow on everything, Facebook group, Twitter, stream. He's been playing a lot of Battle Royale, H1Z1, which is pretty good. I hope you do well with Aftermath. I hope you like it. It's a bit slower pace zombie game, but I find it highly addictive. And also to Sean as well, I will look at Descent. Maybe give that a go. We'll see if I can run it on Windows 10, because I have tried running some older stuff on Windows 10 and it's not liked it. So yeah, I'll say goodbye for and I shall be back tomorrow at some point. If not, it'll be Tuesday evening. And if all that goes pear shape, I will definitely be here Thursday, because that is a guarantee. So
for now,
sounds good.
Thank you to David as well for joining us again.
No
And
Thanks, David.
The insight on the techie stuff is pretty cool as well. And if you want to say your farewells as well, Swifty,
I'll be on tomorrow, 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 12 o'clock. 8 p.m. No, 8 a.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. If you want to hop on and see me play, you can go ahead and do that. And then you said that you're going to be streaming tomorrow, probably sometime after me, right, Wayne?
Yeah, I'm going to try and stream tomorrow instead of Tuesday. It was originally going to be Tuesdays, but there's a complication with Tuesdays that arose last week. So I'm going to try Mondays, either during the day or in the evening.
Right.
It most likely be in the evening, normal 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Because I do the podcast and tonight, and then I'm up early in the morning to take the little one to nursery and whatnot. It might be a bit of a push to do a late stream on a Sunday than a day stream on a Monday. So, alrighty. I might push for Monday evenings. I'll see how I feel in the morning. So I'll either be on during the day.
Just hop in, let me know. I'll check you out when I'm done with my stream. If you're on, I'll give you a buzz and watch you play some Aftermath.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. And we shall be back next Sunday, same time, guys. Well,
right.
A little earlier because we started late. So it's 11 p.m. GMT BST, which is 3 p.m.
my time.
PST. Yeah.
PST. Yeah.
Okay, which in Davy's books is any time.
I don't recall.
He lives like in the northern region of the northern part of the northernness. So if it goes any further north, he'll be like the North Pole, won't he?
Any more insults, and I'll be voting yes in the next campaign.
No, we love you, man. Okay, guys, take it easy. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and I shall catch you all again soon. This is Wayne's Craft signing off.
All right. Later.
Okay, laters. Bye.